Hey everyone, how you doing? Right, so it's Wednesday. Don't normally do this on a Wednesday, as you all know, but it's Easter. So what more can we do? Let me just sort this out a little bit. There we go. Now, you need to see the top of my head. It's a lovely top of the head. Right, so that's what we're doing. Let me just put a quick Facebook post out so everyone knows that we're here, and then we'll get going, eh? Then we'll get going. Yep. Get the links. It's all going on. Oh, someone's here. Someone's here. Who's here? Let me know. Let me know. Let's see. There's the comments section. And down. Probably should have done this before, shouldn't I? But what I do, what we do. It's Ernie. It's Ernie that's in so quick. How are you, sir? You good? Uh, oh, that's nicer. That's better on the bags. But is it? Oh, it's not. Oh, well, I'm getting old. What happens? Get in there, guys. Get in there. Yeah, that should be it then. That should be it. So, yeah, I'll tell you. So, uh, it's quite apt really because uh, Paul Bickley found an old live stream back in 21, and I look a lot younger, which it's 3 years ago. But yeah, it just shows what running a small business stress does to you. And what Ernie's referring to is yesterday I went for an endoscopy, which is why I'm wearing this. It had nothing to do with this, but we've got a bit of circulating air in here for some reason. It's not all going out. So figured while it's there, I'll just put this on while the fumes are coming up. Can't mess about with it. Only got 2 lungs. I kind of want them both. So that's what it is. But yes, went for that little hospital treatment yesterday. It's a bit shit. Not going to lie to you. Yes, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's not the worst thing I've had done, but it was unpleasant. I'm not queuing up to do it again. So thanks, Ernie. Thanks for asking. Appreciate it. Really do. And yeah, we'll crack on. I wonder if I'm on the right Wi-Fi. I am. See, it's all very strange. Very strange, these things. So yeah. So yeah, but thank you for asking, Ernie. Appreciate it. And your latest winnings. So Ernie wins a lot of lures. Uh, oh, So Ernie's just won another set of lures. So well done, Ernie. Appreciate it, really do, really do. Right, so had a small order for some chubby grubs. These are a bit of a pain to shoot at the moment. Seems to have got that one bang on though. It's quite a thirsty mould, so there's a lot. You need a lot to shoot it. It's my fault for making it so big and trying to make it all okay. Thought of the devil, and he shall appear, Mr. Bickley. Thank you for sharing my demise. Hello, Ray. How are you? Good to see you. So I was just before you turned up, Paul. Ernie asked how I was because Ernie's nice, and just saying that from seeing that picture in 2021 or from 2021 to now is a little bit shocking. It's a little bit shocking. I'm not going to lie to you. And so yesterday I was in hospital having a procedure, having a camera down the old throat, and everything's okay. Nothing to worry about. But it does get you in the mind. It does get you in the mind. So been eating well, been doing something new, lost quite a bit of weight in the last 2 weeks, lost 3.5 kilos. So that's good. I feel better for it. But anyway. And it's possible that Ernie isn't getting away with as much as he thought he was. So maybe I have to think of a different competition. Paul's bored at work. So he put on one of the old live streams. Wow. Cool. How was it? Was it good? Was it better than these? It probably was because I was making so many different things and I was younger, as you pointed out. Mate, I had one up and one down, mate, last year. Had a scare. Yeah, I've had both. I've had both, mate. So yeah, it takes its toll, doesn't it? It takes its toll, even though you, in your mind, you're saying to yourself, "It's not that. It ain't that. It's it could be that. It could be that." So that's the thing. Let me just raise you guys up a little bit because that's what. Yeah, there we go. Don't look at that. Don't look at that too much. Right, so we ain't got much to do today, guys. Oh, it's full of useful tips. So the last live stream, go back through them. Go back through them. Full of useful tips. I've got a dilemma as well. Let me check the scissors at you. I do have a dilemma that I could do with some guidance on. That's it, Ernie. That's it. It's always best to get things checked out. I didn't know this would become a men's health thing, but yeah, I left my dignity at the door just before Christmas, and I'm glad I did because I wouldn't have changed what I'm doing now and feeling so good if I didn't have all that stuff going on. So yeah, get yourself checked out if you need to. Gudgeon colour. Oh, yeah, that one. Yeah. Was it Gudgeon or Rough? Because Gudgeon became the gonk, didn't it? Or did I do Gudgeon as something else? Yeah. So I remember specifically doing the gonk as a Gudgeon colour because I remember picking up on those little bits of purple in the colour. I'll tell you, mate. No, I won't tell you. I won't tell you. But I was opposite. I was up then down. No fumes, but just trying to get in the habit. Getting in the habit. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so let's see what we've got to do today. So I actually had quite a bit of stock left over and had quite a few orders over the weekend. So that was very nice. So thank you. So I had quite a bit of stock left over. I managed to get quite a few orders out without having to make anything extra. So right now I've got black and blue, which is 35mm frogs, which I'm sure I've got loads of those. And also I have got loads of those, but I need some Core 21 40mm. So that's what I need. In hell, right? I hope so. It was several months apart. Otherwise, that would have been a little bit dire. Hello, Tony. How are you? Good to see you. And anyone that's watching this, not live. So, yeah, there we go. Right. Tadpoles will be next in cow pie. Okay. That's electric green pumpkin. Let me get some cow pie. Yeah, really, I'm just going to do what's on the list. I know I should be doing everything else, but I'm just going to do what's on the list. So that's tadpoles. I need 40 cow pie and I need 40 electric green pumpkin. Fortunately, the mould shoots 80 at a time. Yeah, and then after that it's green pumpkin. I need some tadpoles in green pumpkin, not electric. And then we're just down to some Rhesus X Core 21s and some white, quite a bit in white, 50 fry, tadpoles. I think I've got plenty of tadpoles in white though. And then 60s and 40s. And I think I've got enough 40s. Let's get the white tray out. I'll have to put this next to the green pumpkin. Yep, I've got enough 40s to get going with. And let me check the tadpoles. Yep, plenty of tadpoles. So that's it. It's not a bad white day. Fry. I've got fry, but fry are very popular, especially for trout. Especially for trout. Have we still got the mould for the tiny, that's like a flat fish? Yeah, yeah, I have. Have I? I don't know. I've still got the file, and at the moment, I am calibrating the machine still, the new machine, the printer, and that's what we're going to do. So yeah, that's what we're looking to get going. So how many people are in? That's quite a few. If you're here and you haven't said hello yet, say hello, and then I can ask you a question, because I need a little bit of. I need a sounding board. That's what I need. Bill, that's all right. You know, you made me tight, Z-man, but we can deal with that. That's okay. We're all right. Yeah. Bob's here. Hello, mate. How are you doing? Oh, you're all the way out today, so thank you. And if people are watching this and don't know you've made an order, I'm bluffing. He didn't. Um, right, 7 people watching, including me. So we'll see. I'll put the question out there maybe in about 20 minutes or so. So, and it's a dilemma. It's a mental dilemma for me because of my core beliefs and values. I'm a little bit torn, but and what it's regarding is something that came up on the Facebook group earlier today, which I've got no problem with it being on the Facebook group, but it's sort of got my mind thinking in different ways again. So you guys are the core of FPS Lures, so it's only right that I sort of get the guidance from you guys. So if you're just watching, and it's a bit weird seeing me with this on a live stream, So just the extraction isn't doing quite what the extraction should be doing at the moment. So going with the Vesi. Bradders is in. How you doing? I was going to get some. Plugs. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for your guidance. Some more people turned up. So whoever's here, say hello. And if you're there, Bob's in. Hello, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for saying hi. Bradders. Oh, Fishing with Bradders is here. He's changed his profile. Because now we know his middle name's John. Interesting to see that a one up, one down rig was. Stop talking about one up, one down. We've been through that already, Ernie. I used this rig years ago when I was into dream fishing. It's a fixed. Yes, it is. Really, no different to using two flies, on a dropper. I haven't actually seen that post. I've done it once. I've done it once a while ago, using a jig and a on a drop shot, because the fish were very interested in the drop shot weight. So I figured, I know what, I'll do that as a jig. I'll use a jig head on that, and honestly, I didn't catch on either. They didn't go for the jig, they didn't go for the drop shot. So then I sort of shelved drop shot for a very long time. But it was really frustrating. It was when I was still buying lots of lures just to get them to bite. And hindsight now, I'd have probably just gone down even smaller and gone that way. But I can still see it working. And I think with the knowledge that we all have now, further down the line, it could be very effective. Very effective. So yeah. Let that cool down for a smidge. Oh, right. So who's still here? Who's still here? I'm going to say that a lot. I say that a lot. I'm assuming you would not be able to use a rig like that in competitions. Oh, no. Bradley, are you still here? I suppose actually that the competitions will probably state how many hooks, but I don't know. Bradley, if you're here, or if there's someone watching this after, drop it in the comments. That's what we do on YouTube. Drop it in the comments. Like and subscribe. Thank you, Tony. There you go. You're still here. Too hot. Still too hot. So, got all Darth Vader doing that and holding that. There we go. Most are single lure rules, so that's good. Unless your name starts with R. Oh, so I'm guessing there's some skullduggery. We should see. Don't need to know. Right. Still too hot. It's all right. Keep going with the hot stuff. Right. So my little dilemma is post on Facebook group. If you're watching this after the fact and you're not a member of the Facebook community group, join it. Get my YouTube head on. And maybe here, Derek bought a load of Surinoya travellers, and Jamie's approached me. He approached me last year about stocking Surinoya. I've got Surinoya rods. I've had Surinoya reels. Haven't used it. In fact, he sent me a lure down there somewhere. Yeah, he did actually send me a lure. So I'm wondering, what would you guys think to me stocking the Surinoya hard plastics? Because I'm meant to be getting some Heracles hard plastics in. My dilemma is everyone knows how vocal I am about China. So that's my dilemma. But if it's what the masses want, should I stock Surinoya or not? That's the thing. So that's the dilemma. Open it up to your wisdom. So let me know. Right, that's actually nice and cool now. No fumes coming off. Oh, you've all gone dark. Oh, don't do that to me. There we go. Okay, so what do you think of the cranks? I don't use cranks. I plan to a bit this year, but I don't use them, and I don't go trout fishing. Now, I say it was Derek. Derek bought a load. He bought a box load of these little trout type lures. I think I've got one here. Oh, I have somewhere, but God knows where I've put it. As you can see, I don't use them. But that doesn't mean that you guys don't. So that's my thing. That's my thing. if you're going to buy them anyway, should I stop them? And the thing about TSU hard plastics are very hit and miss, because I'm going to get the Edens in as well, Bradders. So I'm going to get the Edens in, the Major Craft Edens, which are probably made in the same place, probably made by the same people, and probably exactly the same, because there's so many copies of that shape out there. And I suppose what I've really learned and realised now, especially after that Savage Gear post, where you got the guy airbrushing, fake airbrush, and then you got the Chinese guys in the background in terrible conditions, that is what the trade does. And I try not to be that. But then what's to say that everyone else isn't doing the same? That's my dilemma, guys. That's my dilemma. Huge. Jamie's actually a stockist. So he has the UK, he's a UK distributor for Luremaking. So really, it's no different for me going to the Z-Man distributor, which is Lure Lounge, aka Predator Tackle. That's their other company, and wanting Z-Man. Don't want it. But that's the dilemma. So Surinoya is a brand that people want, and whenever I look at the BFS pages and everything else, what people want, it's what people are buying. So I don't know. It's just. Yeah. There we go. I thought you would have. Because the Eden, isn't that a Smith or a Jackal? They all do them. I think Kamzin does it. So this is the thing. What is and what isn't? Yeah. I mean, when I've been trout fishing, I haven't been that hard to catch. So I've only done it once and done all right. Oh, I don't know. This is a difficult one for me, guys. It's really a difficult one for me, and especially in this economic climate. That's what I'm looking at. So we got the Heracles, we got the Major Craft, and with that the IMA or EMA. I don't know how to say it. And they do the Chappie top waters and some lovely lures. So that's what I'm going to do as well. I'm going to sell stock lures for the salt this year. So we got that. Yeah. That's key in my mind, mate. That's key in my mind. I say FFS Lures as a website is starting to become more of a shop. A shop with choice, a shop with its own brand. It's what I went on about a while ago, isn't it? A shop with its own brand of plastics. It just so happens that it's called the brand of the plastic that I'm going to be doing. Where does he draw the line? That's it. Where does he draw the line? I was looking at their soft plastics, and they've got a copy of the Easy Shiner, and obviously I wouldn't stock that because it's a bang on copy. But then again, I know that KTech, they must have leased out their molds because the amount of people that directly copy it and no one's been sued. I just don't get it. I don't get it. So if they're okay with it, it's tricky. It's a tricky one, guys. It's a tricky one because realizing how the world works is a bloody bitter pill to swallow. It's a bitter pill to swallow at times. So, tricky. It's not doubts about the product, mate. It's I wouldn't say that it's doubts about anything because you catering to all markets. Not everyone can shell out £7 on a lure, which is £6.99 is generally the retail on hard plastics, up to £15. Is it that it's going to be that? Because these are retail at, let me just see, where do these retail? So the 46cm minnow sinking, 5 grams, £3.99 retail. It's half price. It's half the price of the others. But this is my thing. If I put that on a website next to the Eden's not going to sell. So what do you do? What do you do? This is it. It's just oh, yeah. I think I know. The cranks and little top water have been great. Yeah, this is it. Will it be dead stock? Everything's dead stock, mate, until it goes. Everything's dead stock until it sells, which is a bit of a way of saying I've got a lot of stock. Yeah, I'll keep making these. This is what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. The reason behind pushing with other brands is purely as breathing space. And I'll tell you what, I've sold more finesse fry since having the KTech Easy Shiners than I did before. So actually having those on there has boosted sales for my own finesse fry, which is very strange. It's very strange indeed. I don't get that, but hey. The fact that I have doubts, let's have a look. The fact that you have doubts is speak volumes. Yeah, you do have to be confident with yourself. Absolutely, absolutely. But yeah, it's a quandary. It's a quandary. I might lose sleep about it. People come for the quality. If I can still assure that in someone else's work, then go for it. That's the way I'm thinking about it. That's why I'm thinking about it. And business-wise, is this to try and fill the gap to the close? Yeah, of course, of course. I don't have cash flow in the close season for me doing this flatlines. I'm confident this year. This is why, I mean, last year and the year before, I was sort of like that. Please help me. Please help me. Now I'm more, it's going to be okay. It's going to be all right because this happens every fucking year. Push through, work hard. But it's difficult when your payments going out are increasing all the time, but your income coming in changes. You know, having that steady pay packet coming in all the time, if it covers the bills, it's great. But relying on seasonal, and this season, you got to admit, it was pretty fucking dire. I hardly lost anything because the amount of time I went fishing. So maybe I'll put a poll up on the site because obviously trust and value your guys' opinions. But you've got to push, got to get a few more out there. The other thing, Paul, that I'm doing is not only sort of filling the gap, but I'm also giving myself breathing room. So I can, if I can survive on selling my stuff and also topping up with selling other brands, then I actually free up a lot of time to do some R&D. You know, that big swim bait. That's what that printer's for. Tubes and fangs. That's what that printer's for. But if I keep going the way I'm going, I don't get the time to do it. Yeah. Bring back the live stream colours. Yeah. It's a recurring thing, isn't it? It's a recurring thing. I think you're right. I think you're right. But again, it's a mindset, isn't it? If it's only going to cost you £3, or it's going to cost you 15 quid if you lose a lure. I remember when I first used cranks, totally the wrong place, wrong situation. Hated it. Too much weed. The waters just don't really do well for cranks until you get to certain venues, and then you go, that's exactly what I need to use. But for me, obviously, I've done pretty well just on soft plastics, so that's why my crank head is meh. But cranks should be bounced off of cover, off of rocks, ripped through weed. But our weed just sort of clags it, doesn't it? But yeah, that's how cranks should be used. But we don't. You're right. It's the fear of losing them and everything else, which I totally get. I understand it. You can't fish a crank weedless, but you can soft plastics. So, I mean, this all came about from Rapala not doing their DT 50. Was it a 50 or DT 70 or one of those? It was a DT that Tom Knight put up, which I've got plenty of Rapalas when I bought loads. Still got them. I don't use them. but I know that if I make them, I'm going to use them. So, mate, you might as well use bread. That's a quote and a half. Still stand by it. Still stand by it. I would. I mean, that got me UK Luremaking famous. That did. That was brilliant. Oh yeah, just seen that, Bradley. That's exactly what I was sort of saying. If you're throwing I remember throwing a bent minnow, an OSP bent minnow, or is it an IMA? I think it was OSP bent minnow. Lovely. Imported it. Probably cost me 20 quid to import it, and I remember seeing this pike go for it. I was like, fucking don't get out. And that's the thing, isn't it? So this beetle lure that this top water beetle thing that I'm going to be designing, that's going to retail. I'm going to retail that at about six and a half, 7 quid, and that includes paying someone to paint them. With a lot more time and effort going in. So yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Would having a trout starter pack available this time of year with your lures and maybe a mix of hard baits too? Yeah, it might do. It could do. And again, it just comes back to starter packs. They're popular, but they're a waste. They're the ones that are out there are a waste. I could change it, but then in the end, I'm just doing a packet of 5 lures in 4 different colours. So it's no different to what I advise on the website, and try and get people to think about what they're doing. Anyway, there we go. Did you have this dilemma when you decided to start K-Tech? And if not, why? No, I did. Massively. And it's all my own doing. It's all this. Because when you're passionate about something, like I am, this is my baby. This is my baby. And in my mind, this should just work and be just like it was in 2020, 2021, where busy, brilliant. And it's just gone down the last 2 or 3 years. And you just think, okay, we need to bring up. How do we get that? How do I survive? That's the crux of it. That's how do you survive? How do I pay the mortgage? How do I pay the credit card? I've still got grade. I've still got some of the best grade in the world on the shelves for 1.5 years. I've even dropped the price. And people buy self-branded Chinese braid instead. Yeah. So there you go. There you go. That's a difficulty of it. If you don't push on, you die. Thiago's in. Thiago's in. If it helps the sales, yeah. Yeah, it's oh mate, it's a tricky one. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Yes, that's a very good point. I almost did it. I almost did it with the little black box. So it's not a million miles away from happening. But again, it's like I'll go back to what Paul said. Um, what feels right, and starter packs still don't feel right unless I change them and I change how it's all done. Maybe that's the way to look at it. Be that shining light in a sea of fat. Now let's talk. Let's talk Z-Man. Let's talk. Let's talk Z-Man while I still can. I like Z-Man. Z-Man lures were fantastic for me, and that's how I got into it. So yeah, it's nothing wrong with them at all. Z-Man Ned starter pack. What was it? Two shrooms, four four Neds, all in different colours. Is that what it is? Don't know. Don't know. I can look. I can look. Let's have a look. Oh, no, the Z-Man one's slightly better in it. It's got several, and it's got themes. Okay. Wow, £22.50. Fuck me. £22.50. Wow. That's yeah. I think the crux of it is that K-Tech I've trusted for a very long time. You know, before doing FFS, they were my go-to. So I know the caliber. Um, I know the caliber of it. I've caught some whackers on them, and my caveat and train of thought was lures that complement what I do, not overshadow, not what am I looking for? Uh, don't overshadow and don't cheapen it. So yeah, that's yeah. You need a second mortgage to buy the Z-Mans. But that, in my mind, that Z-Man pack, in my mind, I can't share the screen, but it's doing it right. So if I look at it again, let's go on the. Let's look at the green pumpkin one. So you've got. Oh, okay. Yes, it's a Ned. It's a Ned pack. So you've got TRD, ticklers, and claws, all in one colour. Okay. And then they spoil it. So that one there, and then you've got the hot colours. And so you've got the TRD. That might be the deal. It might not be. And then you've got their copper trues with some really bad colour running in there. And then you've got almost like the old. It's an orange bottom with a green pumpkin top. But I suppose for that's not bad, is it? I'll give it time of day, but no. Rigged and Ready seems to be the new starter pack. Let's have a look at Rigged and Ready. Got all this free advertising for every other fucker. Maybe I'm on. Yeah, I'm on the wrong Rigged and Ready. I'm on the Rigged and Ready US site. Uh, uh, everyone's got a sign up thing. Okay, that's not so easy to go through. They've got a. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, loser jighead. Um. Okay. I've got you now, Tony. I've got you. Got you. Rigged and ready to go kit. Yeah. Yeah, just add water. Lures and a jig head. Could be, Phil. Could be. It is Westin. That's a fair point, Ernie. That's a fair point. Give it a go, see what happens. Oh, it's some paper. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay. That's not a that's actually it's good to get the feedback from you guys because you are the bread and butter, apart from Bradley. Yeah, thank you for that feedback. That's you have you have you have, and I really appreciate it. I sincerely do appreciate it. So thank you for that, brothers. Um, yeah, do appreciate it. No, thank you for the feedback. That's great feedback. And let's face it, you nine guys here, and then whoever else is watching at the end. Yeah, I appreciate that. That's that's put things in perspective. It's yeah. I mean, there's a definite there's a gap between people like yourself and others who don't care where their money goes. You know, the more I see Timu, AliExpress, don't get me wrong, you know, tungsten comes from China. There's nowhere else to get it. The jig heads come from China. There's nowhere else to get it. Um, the major brands get all their stuff made in China. So that's just that's the way of the world. What I don't like doing, and this is why, you know, I can accept um, certain practices because some of the money is staying in the UK. When you buy direct from AliExpress, it just fucks off out of the country. You earn it here and you give it to them. You give it to their welfare system if they've got one. You give it to those guys out there. And it's great. You cut out the middleman. But in the same thing, nothing's staying in the country. And I suppose what I used to do, my mind thinks that way. So I appreciate the feedback. And I was sure that you were going to go, yeah, like that. That's not bad, that. Give that. That's all right. Give that a go. And you all just went, nah, it's shit. which Okay, okay. I stand here and make lures, and sometimes I see when money's not pouring in, if it ever did, it's difficult. It's easy to get drawn into, well, what's that guy doing? So when I saw Derek's post today, I thought, well, you know what? If this is what people want, then maybe that's what we do. That's that's what I try. That's what I try. But it's damn hard in it these days. It's damn hard. But yeah, I mean, even let's face it, this 3D printer is Chinese because no one makes it in the UK. If they did, I'd buy it. When the 3D printer's done its thing and it's done the prototypes for crankbaits, then there's a UK company. Excuse me. Yeah. Dogs being knobs. Apologies if that just destroyed everyone's phones and TVs. Um, Hello, Paul. How are you? It was very strange not seeing your name pop up straight away. Paul's normally the first person in. Feels like you're in a dark place. I'm going for a dark place. No, not really, mate. Not really. Just standard stuff, really. Uh, yes. Yeah. But there's also, I mean, we had this conversation, didn't we, at Hoochins? You got the Z-Man Gobi, then you got the Dark Sleeper. There's enough differences to it, but it's the same thing. But then I suppose it's the same thing as the FFS and the TRD. It's the same thing but different. So yeah, I don't like direct copies. But what's the original? What is the original of all of them? It's that's hard to trace. Ah, thank you, Paul. Thank you, Paul. Uh, Tiago, if I'm honest, not trying to be a brown nose, but your lures changed everything for me. Thank you, mate. And no, I don't see it as brown nosing. I think it's just I try and be honest with you, and you guys are honest with me about it. Um, I appreciate that, and so happy that it has. That's uh, that's the crux of it. Yes. Um, but the thing with it, Phil, is that in my mind, this is why I've got the affiliate scheme. If I ask someone to do a video for me, I should pay them for their time, because doing a video is not easy. There's a lot of post editing, and all the likes. I'm not about the I'll give you a discount if you do this. No, if you're spending a lot of time making a video that's going to boost my sales, put money in my pocket, what does that videographer get? He gets I got some likes on my video, and Tom took all the money. It's just that it's the way I'm wired, mate. It's the way I'm wired. That's why the affiliate scheme, I put the onus on the people in the affiliates. So you can either get a gift card or you can get PayPal. So your 10% is either PayPal or your 10% discount. So that's there if you want to do it that way, or you get the no, you get 10% discount anyway when you buy in the affiliates, and then you get 10% of the sale that your video has made. So if you make a video and it's a slow burner, but it's evergreen. So even 10 years down the line, if you're still an affiliate and that video gets a sale, you're still going to get 10% of that sale. And it's just, I don't like the way the industry uses anglers for this. And it's come over from the carp world. Everyone wants to be this pro staff. They want to be a tester. They want to be a field tester. And the angling trade just goes, okay, here's a hat, here's a t-shirt, go make us money. Oh, you got mental health problems because of it. You don't enjoy fishing anymore because of it. We'll get someone else, because there's always going to be someone else. And I don't like it. That's why I did the affiliates. And that got some sticks from some idiots not understanding it. It's purely about giving back and paying people if they want to promote the products. Get paid for it. Fuck yeah. You should do. You put the time and effort in. You put the money into it. You put the stuff out there. YouTube doesn't happen, does it? It takes time. So Ginger Fishman charges people. So if he doesn't pay promotion, he charges for that, and he charges a good money, but he does the production. So yeah, that's it. FFS don't eat other lures. No, they don't. Well, unless you put them in with Z-Man, and then they, I don't know who does it. Does FFS do it to Z-Man, or does Z-Man do it to FFS? I don't know. Yeah. There's inspired by. I mean, my designs are inspired. Whether it's inspired by nature or inspired by a different part of a different lure, and you go, that's really good. I like that, but I don't like that, so I'm gonna design this. So yeah, I'll get that. Mr. Phil's in. Hello, Phil. How are you doing? Thank you for your order, by the way. Much appreciated. Fishing's all about trust and confidence. I think so. So if you didn't trust or have confidence in the gear, it'd be a waste of time going, wouldn't it? Videos are a ball ache at times. That's why I want to. I haven't got the cash flow to pay straight out 400 quid, which is what it costs. But 10% of a £100 order, and you get 10 of those off of your video. It's okay, isn't it? Thanks, mate. No, I appreciate that. That's it's refreshing. But as my 10-minute rant just went on, it's not the way I'm wired. But if someone does it for nothing, thank you very much. Thank you kindly. But I have zero. Oh, excuse me. I have zero issues with paying for that advertising, paying for that word of mouth, which is why the affiliate scheme is there, and it's there to be used. You know, you're not stealing money from me if you use it, because I wouldn't have had that money if you didn't recommend. And that's a strange thing. Here's a strange phenomenon. So on the FFS Lures group, people share all their things. There's been a few occasions where I've seen the same pictures on the outside groups, but they're not mentioning FFS Lures. Now, I think I get it, because I said to someone about it, and he said, "Oh, I didn't want to get accused of spamming," which is fair. I get that, and if that's how you feel, that's cool. That's all good. Sorry, I lost train of thought. Yeah, so if that's how you feel, that's great. So yeah, 100%, 100%, and that's why anyone doing that should be getting, if they're promoting a product, they should be getting some cash. You know, Fradders, if you did a video and you used one of my lures, heaven forbid, and you promoted it, and a discount doesn't pay for the fuel, a discount for somewhere doesn't pay for your electricity for doing the video. Cash does, and that's just the way I think about it. That's just the way I think about it. And I think it's come from when I first left the army. I worked somewhere, and it wasn't a nice place to work, and so I've got peace in my hand. And you end up feeling taken advantage of, because I'd stay until 7 o'clock at night because there was stuff to do, and the dogs mattered, and I cared about the dogs, and I'd stay until 7 just because we were on a roll, and you don't stop training dogs if you're on a roll. But then that was expected, and then that became, well, you're not paying me for it. So, and then I got pissed off about it. So it's, yeah. But that's my view on fishing videos. It's all positive, mate. It's all positive. Just getting out there to say this is why we do what we do, and why it's a difficult decision to do anything, to put it in motion, because fucking morals and standards and values. Some people get away with not having any, and that's just not me, though. What makes you decide to be a lure maker? The reason I started making my own lures was purely because of my attitude, probably again from the military. If someone's done it, I can do it. So everything is a process, isn't it? Fixing cars, fixing the roof, fixing the fridge. That's a lot of fixing. Gardening. If someone's already done it, it means it can be done. So when we got to the lure stuff, I was looking at it going, I like that, but I think I could do that myself. And that's it. It wasn't to save money, because by fuck it, it's not cheap. But it's a fulfillment. It's something inside to go, I did that. So I remember one session, I caught fish on the rod that I made or built, on the lures that I've made, on the jig heads that I made. Doesn't get any better than that. And that was 47 centimeters. That's my documented PB. So that's how good it is. That's what made me start. What made me start selling them was people saying, I like them, you should sell them. And that was pre-COVID. So that was the 2 years before COVID. So when I was working overseas, overseas sounds very posh, doesn't it? When I was working in France and Belgium, I was working a week on, week off. And a week on, week off gives you time to do stuff, which is great. So that's what I did. I made lures and sold them. And I think you were there at the time, Thiago. So after that, COVID and everything else, yeah, it's just a passion to see something that you make work and work for other people. And you guys is why I do it. One, because I need to pay the mortgage. But two, the FFS community is awesome. So there you go. That's why. If you Ernie, you haven't bought anything. You've won it all. Every single competition you've won. So no, you can't have a refund. Yes, that's how I've seen it for a long time. That's why I've never asked anyone to do a video. Never asked anyone to do a video. Because I couldn't. I wasn't in a position to pay for that work for a long time until the affiliates came in. And then the onus is on that person to make the video, because they're going to get paid from their work in that video. It may not be the £300 up front, but it could be £1,000. That's where the onus is. The onus is on the person to make the video, to then build on a brand exposure, to then put it out to more people, and then it's a win-win. And even the person making the purchase gets 5% in discount. Doesn't get any better than that. So in the end, I'm 15% out of pocket, but I'm 15% out of pocket on something I may not have had in the first place. So I'd rather be 15% down on something that I did get than 15% of nothing's nothing, isn't it? I get that. I get that. I get that 100%. Get it 100%. And I love it. But a lot of people go fishing if they're doing videos, they go fishing to make a video, which again, it's not something that I really think about doing. I go fishing to enjoy the day, and I'll take a photograph of the fish if I catch one. Yeah, so that's it. That's it, really. Human nature or pursuit of perfection. Enjoyment, I think. I do enjoy doing this. I mean, I enjoy doing these videos too. I enjoy the live streams. I enjoy talking to myself when there's someone that I can talk to, because otherwise I just talk to myself, and that's a bit fucking nuts. Right, you lovely lot. You're in for a treat. I've not saved white till last. So we're going to make white. And this, Mr. Bickley, is why this looks like this and not like it did in 2021. White. White is exactly what it is. Yeah, Tiago, you've been the customer almost from the beginning. Next to want to come out. I don't want to get involved. That's talking about housekeeping. She's good to me, I tell you. And again, this is it warms my heart to read things like that, because that means a hell of a lot. It means so much. And Paul's a really great customer. Paul's a great customer. If Paul buys lures, he buys them in 20s because he knows what he wants, he knows what he likes. Does a couple of colours and just goes, I need 20 of them, need 20 of them, need 20 of them. Brilliant. Where would he go? I don't know. I mean, reality is, FFS Lewis dies with me at this moment in time, at this point. Which is a bit of a more thought, isn't it? So, Vic's here. Hello, Vic. How you doing? Good to see you. How's life, sir? Hopefully it's good. Phil, thank you very much. Thank you kindly, and catch you later. The fishing suffers when making a video. To get the level of production I enjoy, to make the focus is more on the camera than fishing. I'm not a fan of GoPro footage. It says making the GoPro vid. Yeah. Not a fan of China. Thinking about getting China. You got to do what you got to do. Yeah, exactly that. So going back to what I was saying about people should be paid for their trade. You don't pay a tradesman with likes and discounts, do you? You pay a tradesman with cold hard cash, and they do a good job for that cash. And that's just what I think that it should be for YouTubers. You know, these brands are taking advantage of YouTubers. Said it, done, finished. Oh, the last bit, briefly, did it really? Was that as you were taking it off the hook? Hey Abby, how you doing? Hope you're good. Right. So, what? Just look at the comment section. Just look at the comment section. That's what I'm going to say. Um, it's been fun. This is fun. I like this. This is good. Right. Where are we going now? We are doing. Okay, so we're doing white. White. We need. What do we need in white? Well, that's the result. Is it? Oh, I built you all up for watching me fail. We need 421 40s. Got them. 60s. Got them. Tadpole. Got them. 50 fry. Got them. Yes. Oh. Right. You can go back. Thanks for coming. Not that I hate making white lures, but I do hate white lures. Right, so if you're watching this after the fact, check out Brad's channel. Sometimes he uses FFS lures, sometimes he uses FFS lures. And when he does, he actually does really well. But check out his channel. All right, Visus X. We do need Visus X, and we need that in. We need that in 60mm 421s. So here's another strange phenomenon. I put up two catch reports on the FFS Lures page. One was Steve Middleton, had a lovely trio of fish. And the other was Michael White with an absolute whacker of a canal perch. Why didn't they get as many likes as a picture of me with a fucking rod? I don't understand that. I don't get that at all. I just don't get it. The interaction, when I put a catch report up of a customer, the interaction on Facebook is terrible. It's not good. Why is that? And I've tried this several times. I've tried it a lot. The interaction that a post of me sharing a PB, someone's PB or someone's great day out, gets less interaction than a post of me catching the mud. That'd be. I don't get it. I don't get it. There you go. It's on the screen now. Got to do it. That'd be a good video, that, actually. I like the idea of that. Oh, no. Thought that was one. There you go, Tiago. I was getting that way, but I lost a bit of weight. So, yeah, it's weird. It's not, like I say, it's not my interaction. It's, yeah, when I share customer success, it doesn't get the recognition. It doesn't get the interaction it deserves. It's my good looks. Fucking hell. Yeah, that's it. It's official now. Bradders is doing a video. Bradders getting. Please don't. Please don't. Right, where are we at with this? Just put that there. Tadpoles will go over there. Devil coloured going there. Just gonna. Yeah, go and do loads of 421s. Found a bag of Turkish Delight tadpoles. And just, you know, that was a long time. They've been in your bag a long time, but that's why I haven't used them. Cheers, Tiago. Take care, mate. A face for radio. Yeah, I think so. I think so. It's been good. It's been good. That's it's been a hell of a live stream. There's been some ups and downs there, haven't there? Holy moly! Oh, still 11 people on a Wednesday. Amazing. Oh. Oh, oh. I don't think I'm going to do a live tomorrow, Paul. That's why I'm doing it now, purely because it's a bank holiday. So I'm making lures now rather than tomorrow, so I can get them in the post tomorrow afternoon, and then hopefully they'll get with whoever's bought them for Saturday, so they can have Sunday, Monday fishing. Whereas if I stayed on my normal path, I'd make lures tomorrow and then post them on Saturday, and then whoever ordered them won't get them till Tuesday, which kind of defeats the object of buying lures the weekend, doesn't it? So there you go. How many members? How many on YouTube? There's 539. It is what it is, mate. It is what it is. On on Facebook, I don't like looking at Facebook because on the page has 3,500 followers, which doesn't equate to the amount of customers I've got. So when I send out a blog email, I've got 1,900 customers, but there's 3,500 people there. That's weird. And then when you go to the group, if I can find the group, there's something like 4,500 on the group. So yeah, loads of people. Not very good at doing them. Oh, there it is. I don't use Facebook on the laptop at all. FS Lures Community Group. Let's have a look how we're doing. 4.7 thousand people. 4.7 thousand people wanted to join the FS Lures group. Now I know there's people there that are just there for strange reasons. But the core of the group, fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Couldn't ask for more. Couldn't ask for more. No members today, though. Uh, that they are, Ernie. That they are. You know, if you want to get fish on the bank, then yeah, they're really, really good. Loughborough GUC in a couple of weeks. So yeah, yeah, stick it on the community get-togethers. Do it. Do it. If you make it, they will come. And if they don't come, they didn't want to go. So that's where I look at it. Thiago, you left. You can't have any more comments. Oh, yeah, coming to the end. How long's this been? Hour 50. Well, normally 2 hours. So yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Is this layout still okay for you guys? It's a little bit weird for me at times, but it's okay. Might do it on the laptop camera next time, or I might do the better camera on top of the laptop. Get back into those sort of days. Lex Hunt. Holy moly! You're sending the sizzle when lure fishing. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. That's going. That's going. Let's get this correct. I heard it, and I heard it in a Rex Hunter voice too. Rex Hunter, Rex Hunt. Oh, been a long day. Hey, I remember Rex too, and I'm not that old. That's that. That's that. Oh, yeah, almost there. We're almost there. So I make these, and who doesn't want to see me demold at least one set of Rhesus X 421s? And that's what we'll do. And then we'll call it a day. Yeah, that's it. That's it for now. Eesh. That is a vacuum chamber. So plastisol is really hygroscopic. So as it sits, it will absorb water, and then because I get it to 200 and whatever degrees, I'm over the boiling point. So that then produces steam and bubbles. So it goes in there, which is the vacuum chamber, and that will remove all the bubbles caused by that steam. Yeah, and that's that does. So that just removes any bubbles from the plastisol. Which is pretty much a bit of essential kit when you're doing this. You can get away with it if you're doing it for home use. It's not so much for drama unless you're really OCD like me. And then, but yeah, doing it like this, it needs it. And then I can whisk. So what I used to use a coffee whisker to get the colours done. And you can do that. You wouldn't do that normally, but you can do that if you've got one of these. So any air you put in, you can take out again. Bit too hot. Bit too hot still. That's what I was going to ask you, Phil. Where do you do your courses? For those that don't know, the clue's in the name, really. The clue's in the name. Phil does outdoors courses, so you bushcraft and what have you. But just wondering, because you're not too far from me, are you? I was just wondering where you do it. So to get the raw plastisol, the magic number is 350 Fahrenheit, which, top of my head, Google, is about 180. About 180 degrees centigrade. Let me just go yeah, so 350 to centigrade or Celsius is 176, about 180, yeah, 180. And then, so if I'm reheating, I'm getting it to about 320, which is 160. And then I shoot it at around 300, which is 150. So you are going to suffer with water boiling at those temperatures. Obviously, it boils off. That's why moisture in there, if it's wet, if you put water in there, that's really dangerous. It just sizzles immediately at those temperatures. And then any bubbles left on the surface, that's why I use the blowtorch. Oh, okay. Market Harbour. Never actually been to Market Harbour. Driven past it, but never been to it. Brilliant, brilliant. So if you can make it, must be around here somewhere. There we go. If you can make it, if you're in the Festivals community group, go and join the get together group. You have to be a member of the community group to do the get together group. So what the idea behind that is, again, people join groups for I don't know why people join groups. So I made it a caveat that to go in the get together, you only really want people in that group that want to be there. And then you're going to get maximum attendance because people want to be there. So that's the theory behind it. So yeah, so if anyone's watching this after the live, that's what we're doing. Take care, Ernie. Take care. Thank you for coming. Right, so that is Core 21 in Rhesus X. It doesn't come with these little bits on the end. These are just so that it will form in the mold. So there we go. Always good to finish on a reveal. Lovely colour. I don't fish it enough. So really, all that's left to say is thank you. Take care. Tight lines. Ta-da.